What is up, everybody? And for today, we are going to be doing some predictions. Because as y'all can see, I'm out here wearing my Cowboys jersey, the number 88. And I definitely wanted to do some predictions for my Cowboys this year. Because, listen, I know we going to catch some L's. And I know we got one of the hardest schedules this year. But we going to playoffs. We going to playoffs. Listen, I ain't worried about that. Because, we got to do it. Dak knows we got to do it. He's got the addition of GP this year. We got, I'll say a decent, not going to say good, decent running back, room. Unfortunately, we got to run by committee, but you know what? It is what it is. And you know what? And with CD Lamb being out there, listen, we got to do this. We've got to get this done this year. But I definitely wanted to do some predictions, and then later on in the video, we're going to react to a Maury video that I thought was pretty wild, that I honestly just kind of wanted to share with you guys and kind of just get everybody's kind of input on that. But yeah, so without a further ado, let's get into these predictions. And then, awesome. So, as y'all can see, which, I don't really know about y'all, but I don't really care about preseason that much. Because, preseason's good. It lets you know, if your rookies are going to be good or, what's up. But, listen, I'm more interested in September 4th, baby. Week 1. It is the nighttime game on Thursday. The first game of the NFL, baby. And I am so excited. I cannot wait. It's going to be a tough one. I'm not going to lie. It is going to be a tough one with my Cowboys going against the Eagles. But listen. Yeah, Eagles are Super Bowl champs. Listen, whatever. I don't want to hear it because they got the Dallas Cowboys, which I'm sorry. Cooper DeJean is good. And that other boy, Mitchell on the other end, he good too. But listen, they're not going to be able to keep up with Cedarius Lamb and fucking George Pickens. I'm sorry. They can't. Like I'm sorry, bro. That's the way I feel about it. We're going to have to see. But listen, I know that's going to make a lot of Eagles fans mad. But listen, they can't. They're not going to be able to compare. I'm sorry. And especially, y'all can say what you want about Dak. But this year, Dak's going to do it. So, you know what? I want to give this one a W, but I know a lot of people will say L. So you know what? We'll say L. On this one. And then looks like our week 2 game comes out to September 14th against the Giants, which I'm sorry. The Giants now, come on now. So, yeah, obviously we know that one's going to be a dub, which, hey, I will say this. The Giants are starting to come up a little bit because they drafted that boy Carter. Oh, man, that's going to be a problem. So, yeah, that's going to be a problem. And then, oh, man, they also got that running back, Scatterbo. Bro, Scatterbo's good, man. I ain't going to lie, those are some two good players. And listen, y'all gonna be like, what about Jackson Dart? Listen, let's give him a year. We'll see what he comes out to. I ain't gonna pin it on anything yet because Giants have been struggling for some time against us. So we'll see what happens. But we gonna give that one a dub against week 2 against the Giants. That one's gonna be a dub. So we starting off 1-1. Ain't bad. I'll take it. And then we got the Bears, which, listen, the Bears, they did get a really great coach now in Ben Johnson. But am I wrong for saying I don't think Caleb Williams is gonna be that guy? I don't know, man. Yeah, he struggled a lot last year, and Matt Eberflus, which is our defensive coordinator now, was horrible as a head coach. Horrible. So, you know what? I feel like that one's going to be a win. I feel like our defense is going to be able to stump Caleb Williams enough to where we can win that. And I don't think the Bears defense would be able to keep up with the high power of my Cowboys offense. So I'm going Cowboys week 3. I think my Cowboys win week 3. Week 3. And then it looks like we got the Packers. All right, so we all know what happened. What was it? Was it last year in the goddamn playoffs against the Packers? Yeah, I want my revenge. I got something against the Packers, and anybody that knows me or knows anything like me like that, me and the Packers, we got some beef. We got some beef because I ain't gonna go into it, but y'all that know, 2013, 2014, y'all screwed us. Y'all screwed us. So, and listen, and even just Aaron Rodgers over the years on the Packers, just always came out clutch, and it's like, what the fuck? What? So, so I want my revenge, but this one makes me a little nervous for a Sunday night game. I really want us to win, but fuck. I think that one's gonna end up being an L. I think that one's gonna be an L with the Packers. I think we're gonna be 2-2. Looks like we got the Jets. Oh man. Yeah, the Jets. The Jets. Honestly, we're gonna beat them, I feel like. Even though I've told people personally that I think Justin Fields is gonna have like his breakout year this year, because even though Glenn is a defensive mind coach, Aaron Glenn is a defensive mind coach, I do believe that he understands that the ability that Justin Fields has to be able to run the ball. His passing might not be elite, but listen, we all can say Justin Fields with that feet movement, the legs movement, is crazy. So I honestly think the Jets could do something this year, especially with their defense. I've always thought the Jets' defense was pretty damn decent after they got, Quinnen Williams. And so, I know I've seen a lot of people say this is probably an L for us, but oh man, I'm gonna say win. This is gonna be a hard one, and I'll even say that I think this could even be a close one if the Jets put up a fight. But honestly, we're gonna go win. We're gonna go win with the Jets. And then looks like after that we got week 5, week 6, we got the Panthers. Which, listen, I know the Panthers are definitely a come up team, because Bryce Young's been doing good. The last few games of last year, bro was just balling, just straight up balling. And so, and especially with them getting that big body wide receiver from Arizona, that's definitely going to help Bryce Young. And listen, with him and Leggett and Hubbard, okay, listen, hear me out. That ain't bad. I will say, I think their defense might need a little bit more help, because I don't think their defense is that good, honestly. But honestly, as y'all know, we're going to have to take a dub on this one, because I'm sorry. Sorry to the Carolina Panther fans. Sorry to Bryce Young. But listen, we going to have to take that dub. We going to have to do it. Alrighty, yes sir. And then looks like we got the Commanders next, which, hey, usually I'd be on the same page as the Giants. Like, shit, Commanders ain't gonna do nothing. But listen, since they got Jaden Daniels and they got that boy's legit. That boy's legit. Alright, I got nothing bad to say about him. That boy legit. And Scary Terry, bro, I've known Scary Terry's been that guy. So that right there is already a little scary, you know. So, And their defense is pretty good. I will give them that. Their defense is came up, and I only give them that, and even probably Jaden Daniels being good too, is because listen, not Dan Campbell, but Dan Quinn, bro, Dan Quinn does that. I'm telling y'all, like I really wish we would have never gotten rid of Dan Quinn, because I feel like if we would have kept Dan Quinn, man, we'd be through the roof. Skies would be through the roof right now. I'm telling y'all. But definitely this one. I think I'm gonna say an L. I think the first one is gonna be an L for them. We're gonna take this. I think the first win against the Commanders is gonna be on us. We're gonna win, and listen. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the next one. But listen, I'm not saying this is gonna be a straight up just easy win, because it's not. That's going to be a tough one, because the Commanders are legit and the Commanders are coming. So I will say that. Next, we got the Denver Broncos, which I've never been a big fan of the Denver Broncos. Everybody I know loves the Denver Broncos. They're like, oh, the Broncos, the Broncos, the Broncos. Listen, Broncos ain't that good. Now, on a real NFL note, Bo Nix is pretty good. Bo Nix surprised me. Bo Nix that guy. You know? And last year, I felt so disappointed. Granted, yeah, this was my fantasy. But I felt so disappointed in Courtland Sutton. Like, I truly thought Courtland Sutton had some really good games. But, bro, he's the number one. Like, come on now. But in that one, honestly, we've got knocked around by the Broncos for a decent amount of times that I've been a Cowboys fan, and this has been a while. And listen, this is it. This is our year. We're gonna beat the Broncos this year, bro. And I'm so ready for it. So that's definitely coming week 8, which we're giving that one a W. I hope. I really hope. Granted, yeah, everybody that's going to be watching this is going to be like, ooh, only 2 losses already for a Cowboys fan. Hey, we're only halfway through the schedule, man. There's still some losses I could see on here. Easy. So, now listen. Now, back to the video. Cardinals. Now, hear me out here. We gonna win this one just because I don't think Kyler Murray can do it. I think Kyler Murray's been playing too much COD, and I don't think Kyler Murray is been putting in that work that he's got to with Marvin Harrison Jr. And if I was a Cardinals fan, I'd be upset because y'all got Marvin Harrison Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. And so I don't know. We're just gonna have to see, because even from last year, that connection between Kyler Murray and Harrison just kind of wasn't there 100%. You know, it was there from off and on, but it just wasn't necessarily a solidified quarterback and wide receiver. So honestly, I think we're gonna have to give it to us on this one as well. Again, I just don't think the Cardinals are that good. I'm sorry. Their defense might be decent, but I don't think they're a come up team. They're definitely come upping, but I just don't think that they're gonna win this. I think our offense is too high powered, and our defense. If our defense can stay healthy, that's a top 10, top 15 defense? Top 10 at most? Like, come on now. And so, listen, we're going to give that one a W. And then we got the Raiders, which I've seen some L's on this one. Yeah, that's this one. This one's going to be scary because I'll be honest, their line might not be the greatest, but I know Ashton Genty's just going to go off, bro. Like, come on, it's Ashton Genty, boy. Like I'm sorry, man. Like Like, as much as I hate to say this, and even last year we were dog water in stopping the run, I truly believe that that Ashton Genty's actually going to be really good for the Raiders. And with Geno Smith coming out of Seattle, and I got a buddy who's a Seattle Seahawks fan, I know Geno can do some work, can put in some work out here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? I would definitely have to say, that's a tough one. We'll give an L. We'll give an L on this one just because, like, yeah, it's the Raiders. Their line isn't that good. No, not a whole lot of great wide receivers. But I feel like if they can just get the ball down the field with decent passes and just run down the effing throat with Genty, and that's just if our defense is just dog water, then yeah, they will definitely get this win, and this will be an L for us. But and yeah, some people are gonna be like, oh, you're gonna beat the Cardinals, but then lose to the Raiders? Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I could see that. I could see my team doing that. So, yeah. Yeah, honestly, I could see that. I could see that. Eagles, listen, again, yeah, Super Bowl champs, I don't think we're gonna win. I just think they are a high-powered offense as well, and their defense is good. You know, their corners might not be able to match up with the wide receivers, but that defensive line is good. And hey, I ain't saying our offensive line is bad either, because we got that boy Booker. Don't even come at me like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll give this one an L too, because they are the Super Bowl champs. And listen, the Eagles aren't a bad team, especially getting Saquon. And if I haven't backtracked already or said it, or if I messed up, hey, we might lose week 1 just because they do have Saquon. And Saquon is just, that's a bad man, man. That's a bad man. But, and then after that, we got the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs. Last time we faced the Kansas City Chiefs was when, it was a while ago, but we got worked. We got worked pretty hard. So in this one, I'm going to give it a, I really want to give it a win, but we're probably going to get worked again by Mahomes and Andy Reid. So we'll go ahead and give that one a loss. All right, so now we are on to the next one, which is going to be the Lions. And the Lions with Dan Campbell. Damn! See, this is what's hard right here, because the last couple games, last maybe 5 games are rough, man. Like rough. Like, again, the Lions, it's hard for me to make, yeah, we could beat the Lions, but that's a hard point to try and make about us beating the Lions, because listen, it can happen, but man, the Lions are good, man. They're good. I don't even need to name the players they have, bro. It's actually pretty crazy. So I hate to say it, but we probably gonna have to take an L on this one as well. All right, after that, we got the Vikings with their rookie quarterback. So, okay, so hear me out. Usually, yes, everybody, we'd be going for the Vikings. But hear me out here. With their rookie quarterback, listen, he ain't going to have that experience that he needs. At least Sam Darnold's been in the league for a few years. So that's kind of why, maybe, yeah, their head coach is obviously a quarterback whisperer. But having some years in the league also helps. And J.J. McCarthy had 1 year injured. But listen, I just don't know. I think it's one of those things where we got to see. And honestly, I think our defense will be too much for the Vikings and J.J. McCarthy. So in that one, I think we're gonna have to actually give. I think we're actually gonna have to take the W on this one because yes, the Vikings are a very good team with Justin Jefferson and their defense. But I truly believe just because of the weak point of their quarterback, the lack of experience and stuff like that, I truly believe we can come out with a win on this one. So we're gonna go win. And then we got the Chargers, which I actually literally just watched a clip today of a wild game like couple few years ago of my Cowboys and Chargers playing each other. Oh, this one's gonna be a tough one too. The only things about the Chargers is that they just don't have that number one. McConkey, I don't know if is a number one yet, but um, listen, that quarterback in Justin Herbert is crazy. Is actually crazy. So, um, yeah, listen, we might have beat them last time, but I feel like this might be a little bit more difficult this year, especially with the additions that they've added on, plus having Harbaugh now, which is that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Unfortunately, I feel like we're gonna take an L on that one. Oh man, I don't like that. Wow. Well, we'll see what happens. Commanders. I think I said we won on that last one, so unfortunately, wait, did I? I don't even remember if I said we'd win or not because it's so hard. Because honestly, we're probably gonna lose this one if I did say we were gonna win the first one. Because listen, Jaden Daniels and that team is just they're insane, man. They're a good team and they're coming. You know, it's not like the Giants, the last game of the year that are just like listen, they're coming up, but they're not that good quite yet. You know what I'm saying? And that one's gonna be a win. But even looking at this makes me nervous because like we're barely gonna make playoffs. Even like, listen, yeah, I said we go make playoffs, but if we do, it's either gonna be like barely making playoffs, or I guess we just make it. Cause I mean, I don't know, man. Like even just going over this schedule right now is just is crazy. It's crazy, But listen, just like what Micah said, we got no fear. Bring it on. Game on, baby. So, let's see what we got out here to what I think our record will come out to be, and if we make the playoffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, see. That's a wild card spot, and I'm okay if we maybe made a wild card. Um, if there was one team on here that I would switch, that we would lose to, or that we would lose but switch to win. Honestly, I'd probably have to say the Broncos because I really want us to beat the Broncos unless I've already said we're going to beat the Broncos, which I really don't know because we've gotten slapped and I want us to beat the Broncos. But I think from this it says we should go 9-8. And personally, I think we should be able to squeeze one more win out of here that nobody's going to expect, or maybe a couple that nobody's going to expect. And I'm looking at a what? At a 10-8, that what, 10-8? Hold on, 10-8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so what, 10-8, 11-8? I'll take that. I'd take that, especially the division we're in and stuff. And listen, that's if we can win some games that like nobody expects. Like for instance, we win an Eagles game, or we win against the Lions, for instance. So I do believe we can make playoffs, even though our division is pretty damn stacked, and even our goddamn schedule is just absolutely ridiculous. But listen, we a Cowboys fan and we believe. So yeah, listen, like what you mean? So so unfortunately, we're not gonna have enough time, but I enjoyed this. I enjoyed talking about, how about them Cowboys and our schedule, and listen, y'all let me know what y'all think. I could be absolutely insane and this could be all wrong. But from the years that I've watched football and watched my Cowboys, I truly believe we can come out with a 10-8 type season, and I'd be fine with that. 10, 11 wins, I'm fine with that, even if we got 8 losses, I'm fine with that, So, yeah, without a further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know all we did was just kind of talk about football today, but I definitely wanted to talk about the schedule and just kind of see where we're going to be going and just kind of let y'all know. And hey, definitely let me know in the comments what y'all think. Like I said, I could be completely wrong, but without a further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.